All away. Now it's Visca. His kick goes in towards the centre. Jarman couldn't take the mark. Wigney runs into trouble, leaves the football behind. Shaw's handball, Butcher. They've got to get a goal out of this. A minute left. Smart runs him down. Push in the back, no. Adelaide fans very happy with that. McGuinness comes clear. Kicks it too far in the finish. Free kick to Collingwood.
And Andrew Jarman has dislocated a finger in that fumbled attempt at a mark.
Free kick down here to Mickey McGuan. Under a minute left.
No movement up forward for Collingwood.
So McGuan goes long and high. Near the 50-metre line. No mark taken. In goes McGuinness again. Just knocking up, getting possessions. 28 is his total so far. And 2 magnificent goals in this quarter. Certainly has him figuring in best on ground consideration. Boundary throw in. Tapping it forward was Russell. Kicked back by Visca. Wiedemann. They love him here. McGuan held by Wiedemann. Will receive the free kick. And I would suggest that was okay. The crowd not too happy, but as we've already mentioned, they cheer the free kicks to Adelaide and jeer the free kicks to the opposition. Kicked by McGuan, marked by Starcevic, plays on. There's the siren. It's three-quarter time in this very, very crucial game at Football Park, and Adelaide lead by exactly 30 points. 15-17, 107, Collingwood 12-5, 77.
Monopoly at McDonald's. Get your game card, scratch 3 game pieces and match the property group to win a mystery flight with Ansett Australia, one of the world's great airlines. Or you could win instantly.
Snack time. Surprise.
Pierre Cardin, Omega.
Surprise.
Classique, Seiko and Swatch.
Surprise.
Tag Heuer, Jag and Rolex.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Shepherd's Jewelers have a surprisingly wide range of the world's best watches, from the simply affordable to the elegantly extravagant.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Discover your new watch at Shepherd's. Surprisingly beautiful, surprisingly affordable.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Shepherd's Jewelers.
This place is getting smaller every day.
That's because the family's getting bigger.
Well, maybe we should stop feeding them. Em, come on, please, love.
We could always build a bigger home.
What about your kitchen? Not big enough.
Don't worry, we'll get what we want.
Oh, yeah, bet you $5 we won't.
You're on. Simon? Simon?
Oh, sorry, I was just admiring the view from our bedroom.
Well, I'd better leave you to it then, eh?
Hello? Doug. You put the roof on yesterday. Well, that should keep the rain out. Oh, no, I wasn't worried. And we can still move in on the 16th. In fact, wasn't it my idea to use Jennings in the first place?
Simon?
What?
Sometimes.
We've built a great house.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great home.
Mm.
Oh, stop!
Just because you run a small business doesn't mean you shouldn't be thinking like a big one. Some of the equipment here will make your clients think that you've built an empire. Want more bang for your business? Give Copyworld a call.
Well, I mean, 2 years ago, debentures and bills seemed to be the right way to invest your retirement fund. With falling interest rates, my income dropped by 2/3. Pembroke reorganised my finances to pay no tax, and I even get some pension.
For up-to-date advice, call Pembroke, your financial planners.
We're more than pleased.
G'day, mate. It's your mate from Motormate with some great gift ideas for Father's Day. Mate, Bardile B2 oil treatment or Bardile fuel treatments, $3.95. 500 mils of Castrol brake fluid, $2.95. Hey, whose dad wouldn't like a super tall spanner set? $49.95. Heavy-duty Munro gas shockers, $64.95 a pair. And ask about the $25 cash back offer. Get what Dad wants, but get a mate to help you. Open 7 days at 2 big locations.
You probably don't realise just how much depends on the milk you buy. You see, there's only one major milk producer that's 100% South Australian owned, and that's Dairy Vale. If you buy anything else, you're just sending money out of the state. That means less money in our economy, less jobs, less everything. When you buy pure, fresh Dairy Vale milk, all the profits benefit South Australians, and we're all better off. Dairy Vale. It's good for you, and it's good for South Australia.
Two other games played today at the Gabba, tied early, but then Hawthorn, led by Jason Dunstall's 10 goals, have stayed in the 6. They'll finish 4th. Big winners, as you can see, 24-19, 163 over Brisbane, 15-16, 106. And then at the MCG, yes, I know it's a final, Fitzroy 14-14, 98 over Melbourne, 11-9, 75. Melbourne getting a long way out of their depth in that one and coming home solidly, but all too late. And of course, here at Football Park, it's the Adelaide Crows leading 15-17 to 12-5. Principal goal scorers for the Crows. Modra's got 4. What a spectacular mark in that third term. One of the highlights of the day. McGuinness 2, Wigney 2, and Liptak 2. And for the opponents, 4 to Rocker. Most of them came early, and the remainder singles.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1993 AFL Premiership season.
7 Sport, looking forward to this. Seasons coming soon with Bruce McAvaney. Check your local guides. Lee Matthews saw his side start well this afternoon and then have it slip away. A spectacular second term by the Crows. At one stage early in that second quarter, they trailed by 32 points, and now they lead by 30 as we get down to Max Stevens.
Thanks, Dennis. Well, some bad news for Collingwood supporters. Not that it'll worry them next week. Gary Pert has been reported by a goal umpire for striking Tony Modra. Graham Corns wrapping up a few players during the break, in particular Matthew Liptak, Tony McGuinness, and the forgotten man of AFL football, Stuart Wigney, a great friend of Gerard Healy's. He wants a committed last term. He wants Collingwood buried. The match is far from won, and defenders can't afford to take it easy. Collingwood's Lee Matthews has made the point very, very clear. They have 30 minutes of football left for season 1993. They're not beaten yet, but they've got to get right back into this game, particularly across half forward.
Well, it got pretty physical. Thanks, Max. Got pretty physical in that last term. Nigel Smart wore 1. And that would Smart. 15-17 to 12-5 started the final term.
Dennis, Adelaide kicked 7-6, 13 scoring shots to Collingwood's 4 goals in that third quarter. So if the Collingwood side can get some sort of momentum up at the start of this last term, I'm sure that we've still got a game on our hands. But they need to get the ball away from the centre. Gerard has already mentioned centre breaks, 24 to Adelaide and 6 to Collingwood. Have had nothing happening around the centre circle. Once again, the umpire will bounce. Monkhorst tries to get it clear. Tregenza's got it. He's tackled, gets his foot to the ball. Taken away by Wiedemann. In towards half forward. Smart. Liptak goes for goal and misses badly.
And Rob McEwen having a trundle on Nigel Smart.
2 goals, 2 to Matthew Liptak. And that really would have made Collingwood's cause even that little bit more difficult. McEwen receiving from Pert, goes back to Pert. Pert out near the wing. Kelly judged it a little bit better. Handball to Butcher, back to Kelly. His vision not quite okay. McGuan was inside. He's kicked towards half forward. Brad Rowe was up high. Morwood, get rid of it quickly. He does. Starcevic, in turn, McGuan. Handball back towards Russell. Russell shot to the goal front. Bounces through for one behind.
It's been a disappointing evening and afternoon for Scott Russell. Hasn't got his normal share of the football. Has had very little effect. One of Collingwood's better players through the season.
15 possessions for that player. He's kicked a goal.
Jamieson, a former leading goal scorer with this team, now deep in defence. Pinpoints the ball to Anderson. Anderson up from the back pocket. Boots it towards the wing. Pittman's the target out there. Carried under the ball. It runs free behind. Shaw gets back. Swings it down towards half forward. Waiting for it. Watson completes the mark. Goes over the top. McGuan runs on. Now he can run to the 50 here, Mick McGuan. Some indecision. Now he uses the ball well. Full stretch Morwood. Morwood presenting himself. Now he could kick a goal from here. He'll shoot from about 35 metres out. Sharp angle. Currently the margin 30 points. The veteran. His first kick of the afternoon. And he's missed. A behind. Collingwood creep closer. They're doing it by stealth at the moment.
Well, they need some real impetus by kicking a couple of quick goals, and the Crows, on the other hand, just looking to hang on. The kick-in has been marked by Brown. He's at right half-back. 50 metres, being asked to play on now. David Brown, his kick goes near the wing, nearly taken by Russell. Monkhorst has got it. He's in trouble. Goes to Russell. Russell running near the centre, on the point of the square.
Whoa.
Thumping kick. Oh, just missed. So we said that he's had a quiet night, and already he's been in with 2 behinds and a change being affected by Adelaide. Bone coming back on at the expense of Wigney. And the ball forced over in the left forward pocket for Collingwood for a boundary throw-in.
I'm surprised the Crows haven't used Tasker this afternoon. He's been sitting on the bench for the whole of the game. If they want to use him next week, perhaps he should get a run.
Wren did well, got it down to Bickley. Anderson in front on the outer side. McGuan comes in, and the ball goes across the boundary line. You get the feeling Collingwood haven't given up on this yet. There's Wigney, Footscray and the Swans. Now with the Crows and looking towards finals action. Just a few days away. Tregenza around the outer side. Liptak again. Well played. Here's Brown. Plenty of vitality in him. He boots it down towards half forward. Pert props in front. Doesn't really want to go at the ball. He's trying to retard Modra down there. Opportunity for Smart. Smart does well. Got it to Bone. This is Jarman on the 50. Bacon goal square. It looks good. It's home.
93's best new comedy returns.
You iron my jeans.
The honeymoon's over, but the fun's just beginning.
We are definitely incompatible.
Annie Jones and Sandy Gore in The Newlyweds, 8 o'clock Wednesday on 7. He makes $1 million a week.
But if it wasn't for the money, I'd still play the game.
Aussie kids vote him their favourite.
I mean, that's a privilege. That's a real big honor.
Only 7 gets you inside his private world.
I see you on Seasons.
Michael Jordan, soon on Seasons.
114 plays 80. Job very difficult now for Collingwood. Monkhorst bashes it clear of the centre circle area. Through comes Rashudo. Crows full of running. Up towards half forward. No mark taken. McEwen and Smart. Liptak in there. Tackled by Russell. Ball spills for Butcher. In goes Liptak again. Russell over the top. Umpire calls for a bounce. Left half forward for Adelaide, about 50 metres from their goal. And they lead quite comfortably on the scoreboard, 16-18 to 12-8. Ruckman, Kelly, now taken by McGuan. Looking to give the hand pass away. He does in the finish. Pretty good play there by Mickey McGuan. Set it up for Butcher. Butcher's handball. Fraser back to Butcher. He's now on centre wing. A high kick. Centre half forward. No mark taken. Look at the Crows. 4-2. They've got to get clear of this ball. Scott Lee, Starcevic. Still Scott Lee bashes it over the boundary line. And if he tried to keep that in the field of play, well, I'm a Dutchman. But anyway, no free kick. Boundary throw-in will take place at right half forward for the Magpies.
So Adelaide set to finish 5th, it seems, and set up a showdown with the Hawks in Melbourne. Here's Kerrison towards the pocket, and it bounces out of bounds.
And I think one of the great unsolved mysteries of football at present is how the Crows can play such premiership-like football here at Football Park and yet come to Melbourne and be so pathetic on occasions.
Thrown in, Rocker wins it forward. And away they come again. McDermott got it from Rashudo, or was it Visca? It was Visca that time. The kick along the members' side. In front, Butcher. Close proximity, gives it across to Kelly, and Kelly hoists a very high one. Big pack. McDermott. Nicely done, almost nonchalant. Lee at centre half back, chips it to midfield. Taken by Wiedemann. Right in the centre circle. Spears the pass into Smart. They're putting on a clinic now. Adelaide at their most dangerous. Brown finds Modra, who's got 4. How many times have we seen that? And I've said a couple of times at Football Park this season, when they're in full cry, when they've got the pedal to the floor, there is no more exciting team in football. Modra, 40 metres out, goal.
So Collingwood trying to force it forward. Mickey McGuan crashed to the ground. Kerrison gets the handball away. Good bump by Rashudo on Francis. Ball spills now for Rowe. No, he couldn't quite control it. Jarman in trouble. Tackle there was by Rocker. Kerrison tries to force it forward. McGuinness applying good pressure. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in.
I'm sure all Adelaide Crow supporters will be hoping that perhaps the finals will bring out the best in the Crows over in Melbourne, because they have only beaten victors over there once against Richmond in round 1. He has also only beaten sides in the final 6 on 2 occasions this year.
Chance here for Morwood, but he's hemmed in. 3 or 4 Crows go after him. It's Scott Lee who gets the ball clear and balks the hand pass and runs through centre half back, kicking towards half forward, and a good mark taken by Kelly for the Magpies. A handball away for Russell. Russell goes towards half forward, nearly the mark to Rocker. It's been paid. Monkhorst gets the ball back quickly to the big full forward who's kicked 4 goals for the Magpies. A thumping torpedo punt kick to the goal front. That's off Mickey McGuan's foot, I think. It's a Collingwood goal. It is. Well done by Mickey McGuan. Didn't try to really gather the football, and it's run through for a Collingwood goal. Belatedly, 13-8, plays 17-18.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fluke, that one for Mickey. He's struggled this season a little bit with a chronic groin injury. Had it operated on over the summer, but it has flared again. And if Collingwood a figure in next year's finals, I'll hope that some surgical treatment will overcome that injury.
So the margin 34 points. Is the time remaining. Tregenza boots it down towards half forward. Butcher did pretty well initially. Bone, even better, lip tap to Jarman. Fumbles, settles, and kicks another one. Andrew Jarman gets his third. The Crows 18th. It's 18-18 to 13-8. And the crowd have got a scent now.
Yes, it's quite bewildering when you see such fine passages of play by great players. Jarman inside of the goals is a dangerous man with the football. But once again, that Melbourne venue looms as their biggest hurdle in their history.
Well, they've kicked 17-13 to 7-7 since quarter time. Monkhorst gets the tap out. Bickley to Anderson. Anderson kicks the Crows into attack once again. Whatever breeze there was looks as though it may have died down a little bit. Kerrison goes to Butcher. Butcher is at right half back. He's done pretty well since coming off the interchange bench. And he finds Watson. He's got Kelly in support. Wide at centre wing. Butcher's run pretty well. It takes the hand pass. Short kick into the pocket. Rowe's got it 50 metres from goal. Could nearly play on. He does. He hesitated. And kicks for goal. No mark taken. Punch to the front. Away goes Rashudo. Goes to no one in particular with the hand pass, but it finds touch, and we'll have a boundary throw in right half forward for Collingwood.
It was a good handball in the finish, wasn't it?
Yes, well disguised, and got about 20 metres for his team. It's about 55, 60 metres from the Collingwood goal. Monkhorst and Wren, they've had a pretty interesting battle for most of the evening. Russell, handball. Francis from the pocket. Good kick. Francis is a Collingwood goal.
It's sale time at Foodland and the savings are kicking on. Like Smith's, Samboy and Kettle Chips, $2.39. Dairy Vale Cream flying out at just 49 cents. Nestle Medium Bars also a low 49 cents. 4 packs of Sorbent toilet rolls are just $2.29. Topside roast seasoned or plain just $4.99 a kilo. And score 1 kilo bags of carrots just 55 cents a bag.
Foodland, the mighty South Aussies, yeah.
Still, it's 34 points. 18-18 to 14-8. Rucks go at it again. Monkhorst did well. Bickley, though, against the flow, controls it.
Good kick.
Gains some distance with the spiral well inside the 50. Smart. Got it on the ground. That was initially, I think, what he was after. Gets it to Wiedemann. Lip tap. Running towards goal. 35 metres out. It ricochets off Richardson. An opportunity now for Collingwood. This is Russell in deep trouble. Dragged down. Trying to come through again, Richardson. Shaw's got it, but in the meantime, the whistle is gone. It will come back and be a Collingwood free.
Yes, well, they gave the free away on that occasion, but since quarter time, the tackling and harassment from the Crows has been quite exceptional. And if they are to be successful next week, that will have to be at a similar level.
McGuan draws a man. This is Woods now, running down towards right half forward. He's angling away from the play, really. He chips the pass towards the pocket, and that's a terrific mark down there in front by Gavin Brown. Strong lead, but the defender was right with him step for step. Little short pass, Starcevic.
Craig Starcevic has only kicked 1 goal, and I'm sure that Collingwood fans realise that if they're to kick a winning score, this man's got to kick up around 4 goals. That's a good kick, though. Good distance and accurate. So Starcevic kicks his 2nd goal, and the Collingwood fans are still pretty excited here. I don't know whether the Geelong people should be, because the difference is still 28 points. There's plenty of time left, 14 minutes. So one wonders whether the Magpies have got enough at their backs to snatch this game away from the Crows. 15-8, plays 18-18. Centre breaks all important. 29-7 in favour of Adelaide at this stage. Wren gets the tap out. Comes to Fraser. Handball. Watson stood his ground nicely. Wren handball. Intercepted there by Morwood. Bickley's got the football. Morwood's tackle was effective. Umpire will bounce just wide of the centre circle. Bounce goes for Wren. Bickley's got the footy. He kicks Adelaide in towards centre half forward. Well inside the 50-metre area. Liptak. A kick across his body is very, very wide, and it's easily punched away in the finish by Gary Pert from Modra. Modra's kicked 5, Jarman 3. And for Collingwood, Severio Rocker is their leading goal kicker with 4.
The performance of Liptak and Brown is going to make it very difficult for Stephen Rowe to win his place back in this side. A player that has had a pretty good season up in the forward pocket, but just omitted this week.
McGuinness takes the ball over for another boundary throw-in. So Geelong did the right thing on Friday night by beating the West Coast, but it may not be enough, because they were hoping that Collingwood could have somehow manufactured a victory against the Adelaide Crows. But
Jarman really has got on top in the middle, and Tony Shaw is going to pay the... He's just bringing him back a little bit.
48,000 people. A record crowd here at Football Park. And they're roaring their approval of the Adelaide Crows at this stage of the proceedings. Jarman, we mentioned, has kicked 3. Oh, good kick. Gets good distance, but it's helped over for a rush behind of the Crows. So they've had plenty of shots at goal. 37, in fact, to 23. And they lead by 29 points.
48,522 to be precise today. I think about 4 years ago, people were saying in Adelaide that South Australia didn't want AFL football. Here comes the kick to the members' side. Smart from behind, fist down. And it seems they've got AFL finals now. Not in Adelaide, but their side going to Melbourne next week. Smart kicks inside the 50. Brown in trouble. Kerrison. Good pressure by Brown, although Kerrison didn't have the ball, according to the umpire. So Kerrison plays on immediately. Feeds Richardson, who runs up towards half-back, uses the ball very well. Fraser just waited. Now Woods pushing it through the centre. Well played. Woods, high kick, down towards Morwood. How will it bounce? Away from him, which in effect favours him. Body to body there with Lee. Lee flicks it towards the boundary, and that will do. The negating things now, winning applause at Football Park.
Scott Lee, 13 and 6, has been quite effective.
What a sight.
Yes, a terrific environment here as Big Sean Wren takes the ball from the boundary throw-in. No mark taken. Richardson handball. Russell from the centre wing position kicks it towards centre half forward, and nearly the mark to Morwood. He dropped it. He probably should have taken it. Starcevic back to Morwood, taken away by Pittman. Combination of hand passes. In the middle of it all was the captain. Manufacturing still. Anderson to Liptak. Back to Anderson. Loves to run, Greg Anderson. He's kicked straight towards goal, and it's a mark. No, not paid to Modra. Collingwood come away through Richardson. Short kick finds Watson. Watson is at right half-back. He goes far too short. Kerrison harassed out of it by McGuinness. McGuinness nearly BOG. Jarman, terrific handball. Bone. Running nicely, Brown. Running into trouble in the finish. Forced to kick high. Underneath it. No mark taken by Wiedemann. Picked off by Russell. Handball for Tony Shaw, and Collingwood back near the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Rowe.
Brad Rowe showing a lot of pluck here, Collingwood. Not a lot to play for, but they haven't given it away. That second quarter has cost them dearly. And Geelong, of course, is Francis. Boots inside the 50. Open goal, beckons for Morwood if he can control the ball. Morwood. Well, it was a kick of a tired man. He shouldn't be all that tired. It's gone out of bounds in the right full forward pocket. A man on for the handball over the top as well. Not good by Morwood. Anderson, meantime, brings it away and boots towards the wing. Kelly, oh, great mark. Terrific mark. He was nudged under the ball by Bone. This is Francis. In two minds, needs to go now. Tony Francis pumps it back in once more. Brown's in front. Missed it. Could have been pushed in the back. He's going to get the free kick. So Gavin Brown will kick it goal from about 25 metres out. Yet to kick a goal.
There wasn't much doubt on that one.
No. So the margin is 29 points. If he gets this, well, you'd have to be a super optimist, but even so, over 9 minutes remain. Brown, and he's missed.
Well, he's missed a lot of football this season, Gavin Brown. Turned his ankle playing against the Eagles a couple of months ago and had an extended stay out of the game. Came back last week, picked up Greg Williams in the centre, did quite a reasonable job too. But would be one player that was suffering more than the rest with the intense heat that we've had here for winter.
Lost the footy.
Just a souvenir.
Bit of an anticlimax, isn't it?
Yep.
A pretty good look at the concerned look on Gavin Brown's face as he waited for the football to come back from the crowd. But
well, let's look to next week, Robbo. Crows haven't won in Melbourne since round one. They come up against Hawthorn, who have beaten them twice this season, including here at in Adelaide.
They did beat Hawthorn last year in Melbourne, though. We've got to hasten to add.
Their form last week in the second half wasn't too bad against Hawthorn.
Bad.
Anyway, back to this game momentarily as the ball is kicked back towards centre wing. Visca tries to get clear. Little hand pass for Jarman was pretty good. Jarman's ability to hold it and control it was excellent. Smart, no mark, but the free kick is against McEwen for holding, and the umpire again was in a great spot to adjudicate on that decision, and the free kick will go to Nigel Smart.
Well, just speaking about the umpires, they were perhaps a little bit jittery at the start of the game, but playing a fair few free kicks, but they've had a pretty good game all round.
Well, I think since quarter time, it's the ball has been handled pretty cleanly, particularly by Adelaide. Nigel Smart. Terrific kick by Smart. He's got another goal.
At BP, our fuels are tested, refined, proven and guaranteed. So by the time they get to you, we guarantee no fuel system problems. Ask for details about the BP fuel guarantee at your local station. BP, on the move.
Just over 8 minutes till full time. 8 minutes remaining in the season for the Magpies. Kerrison boots it down towards half forward. Starcevic the leaper. Here's Rowe again, about 60 metres from goal. Long kick down towards full forward. Going back is Rocker. It bounces, and I think it's gone through for a goal. It has. Greeted with virtual silence, apart from in that area. Brad Rowe has been busy again in the last 15 minutes or so. 16-9 to 19-19, Rowe's second goal.
Yes, very difficult to get a handball off Brad Rowe. A little bit similar to his coach. We saw a couple of his highlights on Man in the Year at half-time. And Barney was one of the most difficult players to get a handball off in the history of it, but he did usually kick the goal, Robbo.
Well, it's pretty difficult to argue with the man with the record that he had, over
Right.
300 games and something like 700 goals and umpteen premierships. But anyway, here's Richardson in a little bit of trouble at half-back. He's able to get himself some space and kick it near the centre of the ground. Monkhorst is marked. Away for Kerrison. Collingwood surging forward once again. Kerrison's kick to half forward. Rowe read it, went for the mark and rebounded quickly. Kicks into the goal square. It's a goal. Another one. He's kicked 3.
Hello again. Stay with us after this thriller for 7 Nightly News at 6:30. In the stories we have for you, John Bannon calls it a day. Tragedy in the mid-north as a fishing trip turns sour. A 12-year-old, a 6-year-old and an adult drowned. And loyal Michael Jackson fans muster in Singapore to support the superstar in a time of need. The full details right after the footy in 7 Nightly News.
Shane Ward coming off.
I'd hate to harp on it, but it's centre breaks, isn't it? Collingwood have had a couple in the last few minutes and they've got 2 quick goals.
I've got to say, goals are coming easy enough. A lot of pressure in the game at the moment. Adelaide need to tighten. 133 to 111. Wren towards half forward. Important ball for Collingwood. Russell feeds it out wide. This is Richardson. And suddenly some trepidation now in the crowd again. It's a remarkable barometer. The ball's out of bounds and will be thrown in.
It was a poor kick by Richardson. He was in the clear and he really had 2 players down here that he could have hit on the chest with that pass and he missed. Bad miss.
Collingwood led by 26 points at quarter time. It seems a long time ago now. Their football was terrific early. They're finishing well. McGuan didn't have the ball. Could have almost got a free in. Goes Shaw. McDermott on top of him. And there's no easy ball in that combination. So we've got a ball up. Collingwood spent 1 week on top of the table this season. That was after round 8. They were freely being predicted as a potential premier. Well, the wheels came off. Here's Francis. Monkhorst directed it down. High kick inside the 50. Rashudo. Rose playing his heart out. Lee gets it to Brown.
And David Brown runs away. He's on centre wing. Nice long kick towards half forward. High was Smart. Couldn't take the mark. Kelly, it rebounds off Nigel Smart's head and goes over for a boundary throw-in. The applause for another good effort as Tasker has taken his place on the ground. Looks as though he may be playing at centre-half forward. Smart doing the ruck work against Kelly. Gathered by Wiedemann. Handball, not all that effective. David Brown happy to see it over. Boundary throw-in left half forward for Adelaide. 22 points the margin in favour of the Crows. 5.5 minutes left. So Geelong people sitting on the edge of their seats. Magpies need to kick a quick goal. McDermott and McGuinness. Umpire decides on a bounce.
This will do Adelaide though, won't it?
Yeah, just precious seconds ticking away.
The selection of Tasker was an interesting one. He's only played 2 games this season for the Crows. Before tonight, he spent most of the year with North Adelaide.
Kelly kicks it back near the centre. Fraser. Tregenza the tackler. Ball spills for Watson. Off the left foot. Rowe in front. Takes the mark. He's played well in the last few minutes.
Been terrific.
He's kicked 2 goals, Brad Rowe. And he's going to kick Collingwood into attack. No, he's not. He kicked into the man in the mark. In goes Tregenza. Watson is there. He's being held by Tregenza. The ball spills. He somehow got his foot to it. Visca. Hand pass to Anderson. Anderson's short kick is effective. Brown. Handball away to Rashudo. Rashudo's kick to half forward. No mark taken. Tasker the first to recover. McEwen, the chaser. The kick to the goal front has been marked by Pert. No, it hasn't. And it's been forced over for a boundary throw-in the left forward pocket for Adelaide. Gary Pert wouldn't be happy dropping that chest mark.
Just over 4 minutes till full time. Wiedemann does well. Snaps at goal. It's close. It drifts away to behind. Adelaide 19-20 and Collingwood 17-9. Hopefully we can bring you details of the draw for next weekend in terms of when the matches will be played following this game. Here's McGuan. So we're looking at Essendon Carlton. That was etched in stone when the day began. Here's Tregenza. North Melbourne and the West Coast Eagles. And Hawthorn and Adelaide. Tregenza has played very well. Forward of the wing, goes down towards half forward. And the juggle marked the Tasker.
Yes, well, I'd say he'd be just a little bit of insurance for Graham Corns. Another tallish player can pick up a like offender in attack or defence.
Sean Tasker will kick from outside the 50. Very high kick. They'll contest about 5 metres out. Pert thumps it out. McEwen, well, stumbled. Slapped back in by Tasker. This is Richardson. Did nicely in a tight situation. Away to Francis. He's kicked a couple of goals. And away he comes, running. Gives it across to Pert.
And Pert's now approaching left half back. They're forced to kick with the left foot. No mark taken by Rowe, but look at Adelaide getting back. 3-on-1. Ball finishes with Visca receiving from Big Sean Wren. And his vision was all right. He gave the ball away to Wiedemann. His hand pass finds Anderson, and Adelaide into attack. Look at the kick by Anderson, right under the chest of Modra. And that lady wishing and hoping. Fingers crossed.
There's a classic kick from Greg Anderson. One of the better kicks in the AFL. On his left, of course.
Here goes Modra for goal number 6. It's pretty close. No, he missed to the left-hand side. 5 goals, 3 for the Adelaide Crows star full forward, Tony Modra. 1.5 minutes left, just over.
Modra, of course, had to kick 11 goals this afternoon if he was to overhaul Gary Ablett and win the John Coleman medal. I just suggest that's beyond him at the minute.
I would think you are absolutely correct there, Gerard. There's Mickey McGuan taking the mark at half-back for the Pies. Not really much to kick to. He's going to go into the centre where Monkhorst has made good position. He takes the mark. He could go on quickly. Starcevic could be on the end of this Richardson. No, it's Woods. Woods on centre wing. Short kick. OK. No, Fraser couldn't take the mark. Out came Bickley hard at the football. Hand pass away for Tasker, getting another possession. In turn, Tregenza. On to David Brown. Brown's had a picnic since coming onto the ground. 21 possessions, including a goal. Wiedemann with the football. Into the pocket. Modra slips. Kelly. Handball away for McGuan. McGuan comes out of half-back. Less than a minute left. McGuan goes long. Out near the wing, the mark has been taken by Brad Rowe.
Fine final term from the former Bear. He goes in short. This is Kerrison. The crowd in festive mood now. Strong mark over the top. Jamison. He enjoyed that. Jamison swings it out wide. It's a foot race. Storming up the ground is Watson. Did well. He goes back and gets it now, Watson. Sweeps the hand pass into Shaw. Shaw forward of the wing. Kicks inside the 50. We're down to 20 seconds. McGuinness. In the meantime, there's a whistle, and the free kick will go to Jamison. It was a throw.
There's going to be a big roar here in a minute, Dennis.
Well, nothing's impossible in football, but I would suggest that playing a final here at Football Park and winning it if you're a Victorian side would almost be the impossible task.
Well, if that's the case, give Collingwood their due.
Well, they're there.
I think importantly it indicates the Crows' decision to reappoint Graham Corns. They took perhaps a gamble about 4 weeks ago. The Crows really haven't looked back since.
Interesting there, 2 former teammates at Glenelg, Chris McDermott and Tony McGuinness, and they're together now with Max Stevens. So let's hear what they've got to say.
Fellas, congratulations. I know, Tony, how much it means to you. After your stint with Footscray and coming back, you must be thrilled.
Oh, unbelievable. It's been a lot of work to get there, and we've been under enormous pressure this week, but 8 years has been a long time. It's just a great effort. I'm so relieved.
Well, your teammates that, Glenelg. And, I mean, this must be a special moment for the two of you.
It really is. I mean, Tony's been such a great player, throughout his whole career, SANFL, AFL, and it's a real credit to him and a great reward for him after so many years of hard work. And it's magnificent to play with him, and we're in there with a chance.
Well, there were some great individual performances today, but I mean, Brown's efforts coming into the side, I mean, you can't question some of the individual performances.
Oh, you couldn't question anybody, Max. It was just a great effort by the 20 blokes, and a deserved performance, I think, after a lot of pressure over the last few years, in particular the last couple of weeks.
Hey, Crick, just Melbourne, going to Melbourne next week. It's going to be Hawthorn. Been very critical that you can't win in Melbourne. How do you see it?
It's a different game, finals, as they say, and we're getting very close to a win over there, and we're confident we can make one this week.
Well, fellas, well done. I reckon 3/4 of a marathon today, Tony. See you, buddy.
Max Stevens. And I think Andrew Jarman's trying to find his bookmaker. He was on the phone. He may like their chances next week. And these Crows savouring the moment with their fans, and their fans certainly worth a bit. Jared making the point in the dying seconds there. But this is a tough place to win football matches. Collingwood valiant. They've lost by 24 points, 19-21 to 17-9.
The name of the game is Australia.
At BP, our fuels are tested, refined, proven, and guaranteed. So by the time they get to you, we guarantee no fuel system problems. Ask for details about the BP fuel guarantee at your local station. BP, on the move.
We're saving dough at Rocker Brothers.
Save dough at Rocker Brothers and winterise your pool. 5 litre algaecide, $9.95. 10 kilogram Olin chlorine, $39.95. Big 25 kilogram chlorine, $79.95. Barbecue kettle, out of season stock clearance, $69.95. Front and rear car carpet mats, $11.95. Wide grip steering wheel covers, be quick, $4.95.
We're saving dough at Rocker Brothers.
What kind of park is this?
Like nothing you've ever seen.
The most advanced amusement park in the entire world.
Like no place you've ever been.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Because now, there it is. Everything you've imagined.
This is a feeling all over the park.
Is real.
That's nice. Gotta go.
From director Steven Spielberg. Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'm gonna need a carpenter. I need an electrician. I need a plumber. I need a beautician. And she needs a dog groomer. Where am I gonna find all those? Hello, phone find? Oh, I need a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, a beautician, and a dog groomer. Anything else? Yes, a manicurist would be nice.
362-3000. 362-3000. Phone find. Valueland is dreamland.
Only once a year do we get a chance to present you with a magnificent offer like this. We've slashed our margins, and with generous manufacturer discounts, we can offer you this fantastic bed from Simmons with features galore, but not for $11.99, not for $8.99. Pay only $5.99 queen size. This is as good as any half-price offer. Don't pay $17.99 for a king size. Pay only $8.99. Yes, only $8.99. Save on single and double too. Remember, this offer is for a limited time only.
It's not a pergola. It's not a veranda. It's the versatile Pergola, and its uses are limited only by your imagination. At the flick of a switch, use solar power to light and warm your rooms. The Colorbond steel louvers offer natural insulation. Vertical pergolas give instant privacy and protection. And with the Pergola, you're never at the mercy of the elements. The versatile Pergola, a million great ideas under the one roof.
I guess what attracted me to Pembroke is their independence, not on anyone else's payroll, because Pembroke are my financial advisors. They work for me, and I know that their advice is unbiased.
For independent advice, call Pembroke, your financial planners.
Recommend them to anyone.
Call Jim's Mowing on 131 546 and we'll not only mow your lawn, we'll also do your pruning. Call your local Jim for more than just mowing.
What a day it's been. Collingwood led by 26 points at quarter time, but the Crows got back 6 points after a sizzling second term and finally winning by 24 points. Modra bitted 5 goals, 119 for the season. Rocker got 4, 73 for the season for Collingwood. What about the ladder then? This is how they finished after a remarkable 1993. Essendon and Carlton get the double chance. North Melbourne back to third. They had a chance yesterday to finish in the top 2. Hawthorn back to fourth, as you can see. Adelaide into the 5, the top 5 that is, and making up the 6, the West Coast Eagles. The West Coast Eagles will have to do it tough from here. I mentioned the double chance, Essendon and Carlton, North Melbourne and West Coast, but the reigning champs can't go into the second semi from 6th place, and Hawthorn play Adelaide. Back shortly.
There ought to be a stat for desire. They could figure out a formula for it. Number of times a player dies for a loose ball, plus the number of times he took a charge, multiplied by the number of times he ignored pain. They could put it in the papers. The 10 guys who play with the most desire. Hopefully, they'd spell my name right.
Anything you want, anything you need, anytime at all, Bunnings has it all. Bunnings has it all.
Harry's and Lloyd's at our Bunnings, the hardware store for anything you need, anytime at all.
Wow! Pat Bunnings.
Do your own tax return and you can wait months for your refund check. In the past, ITP offered 14-day refunds. This year, only at ITP, the Income Tax Professionals, the 5-day turbo refund. ITP will advance an amount up to your tax refund directly into your bank account within 5 working days. The 5-day turbo refund, only at ITP. Call now.
We're the lumberjacks, a cup of pie, the White House furniture every time.
Where is Adelaide's largest range of quality solid pine furniture at White House Furniture's 2 stores. Choose from standard colour stains or let us colour match to your existing furniture. We are proud of our service and our large stocks mean that your choice is usually ready to take home. So for colonial or contemporary solid pine furniture,
We know the place that you prefer, White House Furniture.
White House Furniture, the pine specialists.
Another one disconnected. I'm not in your area. Wait till Christmas. Oh, the sticker. I should have put it on straight away. 362-3000. Hello, phone find? You can send one out immediately? They're not in the book.
To find top quality tradespeople and local retailers fast, ring Phone Find first. And for the cost of a local call, we'll do it all.
Ah, phone find.
Mrs. Piper of Woodville purchased her Simpson automatic washer and dryer from Ern Smith's for just one low weekly payment of $6.95, with no deposit and nothing to pay for a month.
So, why get caught renting?
At Ern Smith's, you can own it and for less.
If you apply for a State Bank car loan before noon and we don't give you a same-day answer, we'll give you $50 towards your wheels. State Bank.
And just a quick reminder for a special edition of 790 News at 6:30 right after the footy. We'll have the day's top stories and, of course, the footy highlights for you. Hope you can join us at 6:30. See you then.
It's a festive time at the ground and in the rooms, and hopefully we'll have the venues and times for next week in most network news services. So the Adelaide Crows savouring the moment, stretching down. Today's winners Hawthorn, Fitzroy, and of course the Adelaide Crows here at Football Park. The Crows have made history. Their first finals appearance awaits them. Good night.
This has been a 7 Sports production. Football 93, proudly brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors, BP Australia, Carlton and United Breweries, Telecom Australia, McDonald's, Nike, Ansett Australia and Foodland.
Here's a face only a mother could love. Meet the rest of the family in Talk to the Animals tonight at 7. The Golden Girls follow at 8. Then Tom Berenger in tonight's premiere thriller, Shattered. Tonight, it has to be 7.